Welcome back to the Kangaroo Corner. I'm Joey Johnson, back for the first time in a while, but I feel like I never left. So I'm not going to go through all my normal production and whatnot because I'm trying to just get this out of the way quick. But I've been seeing a lot of people comment about the Shohei Ohtani thing, in particular how it relates to Pete Rose. Pete Rose should be let back into baseball. He should go into the Hall of Fame. And I am pretty much here to tell you that those people are all wrong. So I went to Major League Baseball's site, went to the rule book, went to Rule 21, where they talk about the penalties for gambling. And there are three provisions in their rules for gambling. If you bet illegally on a separate sport, then that is the first provision. The last instance of that happening that I could find was Jarrett Cosart in 2015. He was found betting with a bookie. He wasn't found to have bet on baseball. Those are up to the commissioner's discretion, and he got a fine. That was it. The fine was undisclosed, no suspension, nothing. The second provision is if you bet on baseball, but it's unrelated to your team. So if you're playing on Team A and you bet on a game between Team B and C, then the penalty for that is a blanket 1-year suspension, no questions asked. The third provision is if you bet on your own team, whether you bet on them to win or lose, then the penalty is a lifetime ban. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You're done. No Hall of Fame, no tributes, nothing. That is what Pete Rose did. In fact, wasn't Pete Rose accused of using the clubhouse phone to call and place his bets? Or using the clubhouse phone to call other clubhouses to see what was going on in their games to make bets? So the deal with Ohtani is that there were bets to a bookie to other sports, international soccer, football, and basketball, but so far none of the information that we have has anything to do with betting on baseball. Now, there's the discussion about whether it was him or whether it was his translator. The bookie was paid from a wire transfer from Ohtani's account. I'll go into a deep dive breakdown of that whole situation and everything that we know and everything that we don't know a little bit later. But they are being accused of two different things. And when nothing happens to Ohtani or is just a fine that's going to be undisclosed and they move on with their lives, people are going to be saying that it was a conspiracy, it was a setup, they didn't want to lose one of their big stars, blah, blah, blah. But they're not accused of doing the same thing. So it's all just a ridiculous conspiracy theory, and nothing's going to happen to Ohtani. Maybe a short suspension or just a fine, like I said, but it's not going to be a lifetime ban because he's not accused of the thing that the rule book says constitutes a lifetime ban. So I said, that's all I got for right now. I will be back with a full breakdown of the whole situation. I'll be back a lot this week, hopefully. You got NBA and NHL coming to the end of the season. You got the beginning of baseball season. I haven't done any wrestling content before, but WrestleMania is coming up, so I'll be talking about that too. So I'll be back a lot. Check in. I will have a lot to say for the rest of this week at least. Thank you for joining me again, and I'll see you soon.